What is up, YouTube? Welcome to my very first story time of a long run of story times. Let me just give y'all a little summary of your boy life. It's a ham. If you don't know, that is a hot ass mess. That's exactly what my life is. I get myself in dumb situations sometimes, so I'd like to say thank you for clicking and seeing what the hell did he get himself into this time. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell button at the bottom. Without further ado, welcome to Storytimes. As you can tell from the title, this story time is going to be about the time I had to jump/fall from a boy's window. So I was around 17 going on 18. I was already 18 at the time. I was a single, young, fine specimen of a male, and I was on an app called Tinder, and I met this boy. We're gonna call him Caleb. I met Caleb on Tinder. Now me and Caleb, we talked for like, a week or something, and it was like on and off. And it was one day he was like, oh, I'm in your city. And I was like, okay. And he was like, do you want to hang out or whatever? I was like, yeah, of course. So he told me they were going to hookah lounge. There's going to be him and his two cousins. So I was like, okay, sure. Now mind you, never smoked hookah, never smoked weed, never did none of that, never drunk, never did none of that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get dressed, I'm on the phone with my best friend, asking him what I should wear, asking them, all types, getting ready, talking to them, catching them up, cracking jokes like, what if he ugly, what if he a catfish, da 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 da. Now, I order my Uber and I go to the hookah place and I'm outside and I'm looking around, I'm like, okay, so where's it at? Where y'all at? He's like, we're coming outside, him and his cousin. So his cousin come outside first. His cousin is a boy that I actually knew. We followed each other on Instagram and we actually communicated. His cousins actually tried to talk to me at one point of time. Caleb comes out the club and he comes and I'm like, okay, he's not a catfish. He looks exactly how his profile look. A+ for me. So we go in the hookah lounge. He's like, you smoke hookah? I'm like, I never smoked hookah before. He's like, are you getting anything? Are you getting food? He was like, he'll pay. I'm like, well, if you're paying, hand me that menu. So I got me some chicken wings and then like we smoked the hookah. Everything was good. So I'm like, okay, this boy is really cool. We cracking jokes, we're getting along. So then his cousin asks, how did we meet? Caleb looks at me. I look at the ground. Cause bitch, what are y'all looking at me for? Don't look at me, cause I'm not finna tell you I met you off of Tinder. What? At that time, I was ashamed. It was all like, we met on Instagram, yada yada yada. Because we did follow each other on Instagram. I didn't know that. We're walking out of the hookah lounge, we're leaving, everything was good. And he's like, so tomorrow, mind you, this is a Friday. He says tomorrow on, no, what's this, a Friday? I don't know. It was close to the weekend. And he was all like, we're going to the club tomorrow. Do you want to come? Yada, yada, yada. And I was like, okay, sure. Mind you, never been to not one club a day in my life. I'm not even a club type of person. I don't know how to dance. I have no rhythm at all. So the next day comes and he texts me, hey, are you still going around like 10 a.m. in the morning? I'm like, yeah, I'm still coming. And so the day went past, a couple hours. So around like 5, 7-ish, he was all like, he sent me the address to a hotel. Now I'm thinking he has his own room or whatever. So I'm in the Uber and I'm Ubering. He stays on the other side of my town by the airport. So it was like a 20-minute drive, and the whole 20 minutes I'm texting my friend like, yo, I don't know like what I'm getting myself into. What am I supposed to do when I get to a club? Like, do I dance or I just stand around? Do I like smack some ass? Do I like, I'm curious. So I'm like, bitch, what if he try to get me to get drunk? Like, what if a fight break out? What if I gotta beat this bitch ass? Cause he's a punk. You never know where things are gonna go with a gay person, like at all. Yeah, I get to the hotel and I'm looking around and I'm seeing a lot of people with like family reunion shirts on, and I'm like, okay. And I see him, He's like, come over and say hey, da 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 da. So it's him and the cousins from last night. I go over, I say hey. He's like, we're gonna pregame before we go into the club. And I'm like, what is a pregame? He's like, it's where you drink before. Okay, I'm like, okay, that's fine. Mind you, never drunk alcohol a day in my life. Besides me sneaking to your, like, it was my grandparents. But you know, you sneak into your parents' little stash and like, you drink their shit. It was like a sip. That shit don't do shit. But yeah, so he put out some fucking wine and he was putting it in the cup and he was drinking it. Now the wine tasted exactly like grape juice. Like when people used to say wine tastes like grape juice, I used to think they were lying because it has alcohol in it. And alcohol, you can taste alcohol in anything, but it tastes exactly like grape juice. So we get, like, we're pre-gaming, whatever. I'm not feeling not a damn thing. And we get to the club. I did not know we were going to a gay club. I did not know what I was getting myself into. And mind you, I'm like 17 going on 18, or I am 18. I'm still dressing like I got straight out of a damn high school. So I'm wearing fucking skinny jeans, Vans, and a damn shirt. I'm dressing like I was getting ready to go to damn school, basically. So I walk in the club, and mind you, I'm attractive. So people are looking at me, but I'm thinking like, am I like dressed wrong? Am I not dressed like appropriately? I'm not. In my head, don't think like this, y'all. If anybody stares at you, always think I'm a bad bitch or I'm that nigga. If someone don't think negative when someone looks at you, always think positive. Think I'm that bitch. They're looking at me because I'm fucking fine. I'm a fucking 10. I'm a motherfucking quarter. Fuck that, I'm a quarter. I'm not 10, I'm 25, bitch. We go to the table and like we're setting up, he's like giving us drinks. He's sneaking me drinks and stuff like that. So I'm drinking. And he's like, he's a badass host. Like, he's a badass host. He kept leaving me at that damn table. Mind you, I've never been to a club. It's a whole bunch of gay people twerking, looking, doing all this. It's like, you know, man, gay people, that like, they're seductive. They're hornballs. Like, they see a nigga and just go fucking nuts. Every time he left me, it's a dude that comes up, like, to talk. Like, and try to talk to me and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, thank you. I have like someone, I'm here with somebody, da, 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 da. And then so I noticed this boy. Now, if you're gonna keep up with my story times, remember this boy. I'm going to name him. I'm gonna name him Devon. I'm going to name him Devon. So Devon and his friend is like, they're dancing, they're twerking, they're getting their shit on, like, and they can twerk. Devon is cute. The friend has a nicer ass. You always have that one fine friend, right? That has the body, has the looks, and then they have that one friend that has the rhythm, it has the, you know, everything else. You know what I mean? So he was one of them friends. So they were twerking, and then he's like, he comes to me and he's like, no, first I kept looking at them dance. So Devon looking at me, I'm looking at Devon, and Devon was looking good. Like, he was looking, let me know. Let me stop. But no, he came to me, he was like, can you watch my keys? And I was like, okay, sure. In my head, why would you trust me to like watch your keys? I can walk out this club with you damn and steal your fucking car. So he left and I was watching his keys and I was just like sipping around looking at everybody, and finally, what did I say I was gonna call him? I think, was it Cameron? What did I say I was gonna call him? Christopher. Okay, so yeah, so Christopher, I think I said. Anyways, if I don't, his new name is Christopher. So Christopher came back, and you know, we're leaving the club, and we go back to. He comes back, and he's like, "You're okay?" Da, 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 da. I'm like, "Yeah, club's over." At this point, it's like 2:00 in the morning. So we go to the gas station, and they playing loud music and everything like that. And I'm like looking around. I'm just sitting in the fucking car on my phone. Like, I'm telling you, when I tell you I'm not a fucking partier, I don't see how y'all get a rise out of that. I'm more of a let's do something fun type of person. So we left, and he was like, we're going back to the hotel. We're gonna drink some more. And boom. Now, mind you, at the club, I done had like a Long Island. I had a cup of Hennessy and Coke. And I had 2 little shots. They're like in the science tube things. I had 2 shots of those. Never drunk before, bitch. I'm feeling tipsy. Now, I done mixed shit. So I done drunk wine. Okay? Long, like a tall little thing of Long Island. Or Sex on the Beach, whatever the fuck it was called. I had 2 size tube things and Hennessy and Coke, mixing that shit together. So we get to the hotel, back to his hotel, and he's like, his friend is pulling up with more drinks and stuff like that. His friend pulls up, and we get in the car, and he has like liquor all in the back. Like, he got Hypnotic, he got Hennessy, he got Patron, he got tequila, he got all that shit. So we pull up to a park that's near Christopher house. We're just taking shots, we're just drinking, talking, yada yada yada. Now, the boy that pulled up is the boy that was the friend of the cute boy, not the one that asked me to give his keys, but the one that was the had the body, had, you know, didn't have the face, but had everything else. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're drinking. I'm drunk at this fucking point. Like, I'm like drunk. At this point, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm pooped out. Like, this is me 17 or like going on 18, drinking and doing all this stuff. We get drunk or whatever, and Christopher like, you wanna go back to his house or whatever. I'm like, sure. So he had to make sure his people wasn't up, I guess, like, cause he's not from here. He just had to make sure his people wasn't up because he was staying with them while he was like down here. So I had to go sit and stand by a pond. So I'm out on the pond and I'm FaceTiming my friends, none of them answering. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck going on. So, or like panicking, like, what should I do? And then I'm mad because he got me standing outside. Like, I'm not the type of bitch that's gonna stand outside, but I'm the type of bitch that's gonna jump out a window. Okay, so nevertheless, anyways, we end up going inside, and we go upstairs and we go in his room. And this is where it goes down. So I'm laying there drunk as fuck. Like, I'm falling over, looking at my phone. I'm like, I don't know, like, I just never been drunk like this before. So then he's looking at me, and you already know, like, when someone about to like make a move, they look at you like all flirtatious, like they might be looking at their lips. I don't know, but you know how they look at you flirtatious, like, you know, bite their lip and stuff like that. He was doing that basically. So then he was all like, come here. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So, I mean, I do know what to do, but like, I'm nervous at this point because I'm thinking he's gonna try to have sex with me or anything like that. Like, I don't know. So, we start kissing and stuff, and he puts my hands down his pants, and I feel it. It's like, boom, and I'm like, ooh. Now me, if y'all didn't know anything about me, I'm a dick sucker. I love to suck dick. I start giving him head or whatever, and at first he was letting me do my own thing. You know, I'm going with emotions and stuff like that, and he started getting a little aggressive. You know, I'm dealing with it. Like, he's starting to go a little deeper down my throat, and I was like, you know, swallow it. It's not enough to make me throw up. And so, I stopped, get a breather. He kissed it. We kissing again. And I'm getting turned on. I'm like, I'm going in. I'm getting more turned on, and he going. So like, I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff going on, and he's like, he just do like this. He just forced my head down again, and I go.
Dirty ass bitch.
I literally threw up on this boy's dick. I felt like a slut. I felt like the lowest of the lowest whores, prostitutes. I felt like I just needed to be sent straight to hell. Casted off of this earth by God himself after I did that shit. I felt so disappointed. I was like, how the fuck do I let that happen? I pause, and I'm looking at it. He paused. He's looking at it. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Like, I drunk too much. I'm drunk. I'm drunk. I'm blaming it on everything I can. I'm drunk. That's all I'm saying is I'm drunk. And I'm like, you want me to stop? I don't care. Wipe the thumb off with a paper towel and try to suck his dick again. Now, at this point, I didn't even know how to suck his dick for that long because the sun's starting to rise a little bit. So it's around like 6:40, 6:30 something, right? So I'm like, no, I'm not in the mood. I'm just gonna go. And so I ordered my Uber. And he's trying to sneak me out the front door. And the stairs, when you walk down the stairs, because his room's on the second floor, the stairs, when you go down, it has that cut. It's like doom, doom, doom. And then it's like another doom. So it's like a spiral kind of, but it was like, I hear a door downstairs open up and it's his grandma. And I'm on the stairs, he's walking down the stairs. My first instinct is, crawl your ass back up them damn stairs. So I crawl my ass up the stairs. I'm quick on my motherfucking feet. Like, I don't watch too many movies, too many TV shows where shit like this happen. I know what to do. So my ass, I run upstairs, I go back in his room, and I'm laying on the side of his bed closest to the window, furthest away from the door. And I'm laying like behind it. And I'm texting him, I'm like, I'm finna jump out your window. He's like, okay. I look at the window, the screen's on. I'm like, the screen's on the window. He says, kick it out. Okay. So I karate kicked that bitch. And here I am trying to get out the fucking window all pretty, 1 foot at a time, you know, so I won't hurt myself. And I'm holding on like with my fingertips to the little, you know how like the bottom of the window, that shit hurts. That you know, seals it. That fucking shit, like I'm holding on, my fingers hurting and everything. And all I hear is the fucking door open. The boy runs to the fucking window. Flicks, ungrips my fucking fingers to the window. I fall straight on my back on the fucking metal grill. It's like, you know the little big metal grills that they have at like cookouts and stuff? I fall flat. All I hear was boom. And I get up, like my adrenaline rush and everything. Like, I get up and I just start, I'm limping. Trying to run, like I'm running behind people's backyards. I hopped the damn fence to one. And then I ran on the main road. And I was looking for my Uber. Wait, in the Uber, I think if I have the screenshots of it, I'm going to post it. But I'm all in the Uber. I'm still drunk. I'm like over it. My back hurt. I'm all scratched up from jumping out the window. Everything like that. I get home and my mom's home. And I'm like, at this point it's like 7 o'clock. I'm like holding on to the railing of my stairs because we're staying in this townhome. The door was downstairs, but the living room and everything else was upstairs. So I'm walking up the stairs holding on to the railing, and I get in my bathroom and I have to poop. So I'm like, I'm taking the poop, and next thing you know, I feel like I have to throw up. Yeah. So I grabbed the mini trash can, put it right here in my legs, and I'm just like, oh Lord, please, like, if you just hate this feeling, like, I won't do this no more, Father God. Like, I'll stop lying, I'll stop cussing, I'll stop disobeying my mom, just telling God a whole bunch of lies that he already knew that I was lying. He just knew. He knew I was lying. But he was all like, because you think I'm going to sit here and fall for that foolishness, I'm going to make it 10 times worse. As soon as I stop fucking pleading my case, I'm telling you, like, it literally flew out of me. Like, you ever seen one of them fire holes get, like, the fire hydrant screw their little holes to? It literally shot out of me like one of them things. Like, spewed in a little mini trash can. That shit filled up literally to the top. I'm still throwing up. I get off the toilet. Mind you, there's shit in the toilet. I turn around and I'm just like throwing up. There's like throw up, toilet water hitting my face and everything. I'm like, that's making me gag even worse because it's like, boom, toilet water. Because it's just so freaking nasty. So then, I go lay in the bed and I go think about all the things that I've done. I take a hard look at myself and reminisce. I would never do that again. So, if you want to know what happens to Caleb, or I think his name was Caleb. Did I name him Caleb or Christopher? One of them. I think it was both. He went back to Miami, and we never talked ever since then. We followed each other on Instagram still, but we just never spoke because I guess we just agreed that that moment was just not the best moment for both of us. especially me. Moral of the story, if you're watching this, don't do what I do. Live your life, be a whore, be whatever the fuck you want to be. If you're gonna be a whore, do it safe and sound. We do not like STDs and HIVs. And if you're not gonna be a whore, be a creative genius. Be whatever you wanna be. Be whatever you wanna be in life. Chase after your dreams. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the story time. And if you want more, please, please, please don't hesitate to let me know by again liking this video. Comment your comments down below. Give me your story times. I would like to hear it. But don't forget to follow me on Instagram at x.hnic.x. Again, that's x.hnic.x. Thank you again for taking time out to watch my very first story time video. We have a multitude left. As I said, your boy gets himself into some awkward, weird situations. I will be posting my reactions to videos Saturdays, and I'll be posting story times on Tuesdays. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Bye.